we've had a lot of situations where we're teaching the game, and so we've been really focused on that aspect of it. Today we kind of had a little, just slow down with yesterday. They got a break today, so I talked to him a little bit more about getting him a couple more positions in there. But we're going to need him to kind of be a guy, a jack of all trades. And I think it'll really help his skill set. He has a skill set of a corner with the ability to make plays as a safety and the mindset of a safety. And I'm really, really excited about all the plays he can make, but just his demeanor, his championship effort. He's a very, very good football player, very instinctual. And so I feel he can, we can keep stacking on top for Dax. And I think the more we push him to learn, the better he'll continue to be.
And then to DJ Turner, did he kind of pick up where he left off from the spring? Did he come back in good shape and ready to go?
Oh, yeah. I wasn't here in the spring, but I wouldn't have known that he had any issues. He definitely stepped right back in the role. He's got great awareness. Physically, he's fine. He's picking things up for us, and he gives us another element too. He's very similar to Dax in that aspect, where he's a guy who can play corner and nickel as well.
Thank you.
Our next question here is from Isaiah.
Hey, Steve. So Jim Harbaugh was saying at Big Ten Media Days that when we looked at the corner positions, it looked like going into fall camp, Jamon Green had one side locked up and the battle was on the other side between Vincent Gray and DJ Turner. What have you seen so far through what camp you've had, and how true is that held, and how is that competition going?
Well, in life, nothing's locked up. I tell the players all the time, if I don't get my job done, there'll be somebody here to replace me. You always got to feel that pressure. So I'm rotating everybody. I'm getting some of the young guys opportunity to show them what they can do. But those three, Jamon, DJ, and Vince, have really kind of, really set a little bit of a rotation with each other. And got a couple other guys, George, he's coming along, a couple other young guys. But there's nobody, in my opinion, who is like solid, where they're going to be the guy for sure. I feel like that Jamon has done some really good things. I feel like Vincent has, DJ, as well as a couple other guys. And so I think the more we keep that where it's a challenging situation, they're always competing. I think that we can elevate everybody's game, and you need it. I've been in a conference where you can't just play with two guys. You need 2, 3, 4. You need guys to continue to build off of it. Some games, are good matchups for one and maybe not the other. So you continue to build off of that and put those guys in the right position. But I think what they all have done is shown me that they have the capacity to learn our defense. They have the ability to execute the things I know that they can execute, and I need them to execute. And I'm excited about continuing to challenge them. And they're accepting that challenge. Like, it's amazing, the attitudes, and they take the coaching. There's no talk back. Everybody goes out and execute. Anything I bring up during meetings, they go out and they fix it. So I think in that aspect, I think that everybody has the opportunity to show us what they have.
Next question here, John Borton.
Yeah, Coach, obviously you weren't here last year, and you touched on attitude. A lot of your guys seem like they have a pretty sizable chip on their shoulder after some disappointments last year. Do you sense that, and do you encourage it?
Well, yeah, have you ever seen any of my interviews before? Like, I walk around with a chip on my shoulder. We're all nice guys, but we get on that field, we better have a damn chip on our shoulder. Regardless of what happened last year, I believe if you teach and coach players as a corner, as a defensive back, as a safety, any player, hey, the next play is the most important, then why continue to harp on things that happened in the past? So I don't bring up the past. I think the coaches in the past did a great job. I think they've always had, success doing what they did. That's awesome. It's just time for things that we're doing them now, the way we're doing them, to see if we can adapt and adapt to those situations and adopt my demeanor, my way of thinking, my attitude. And when I'm a physical, aggressive by nature, chip on my shoulder, we're going to prove everybody wrong type of person. And that's why I believe, you know, God set it up for us to be in the situation we are right now. So regardless of what happened last year, we don't really talk about it, but they do have a chip on their shoulder. They're going to go out and try to prove to me that they can do it and then prove to themselves. And I tell them all the time, it's not the confidence that you know other people have in you. It's the confidence we have in these walls.